Monica Lennon, followed by Alison Johnson.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. I'd like to begin by thanking my colleague Mary Fee for bringing this important topic to the Scottish Parliament chamber this evening. Homophobia certainly has no place at all in public life in Scotland and no place in Scottish sport. The continuing existence of homophobia in sport is evidenced by the findings from Stonewall Scotland that 60% of sports fans have witnessed homophobic behaviour in the last 5 years is a sad and unacceptable state of affairs. As a nation which is so passionate about football, it's a damning indictment of how far we still have to travel in tackling homophobia in all aspects of Scottish society, that a majority of football fans are likely to have witnessed prejudiced behaviour towards the LGBT community. 82% of football fans admitting that they have heard homophobic abuse or language at a sports event. That is an alarming number of people. So while Scotland has made great strides towards achieving legal equality for the LGBT community over the past few years with the commencement of equal marriage laws, it's clear we still have so much more to do combat prejudice and inequality. Last week, most MSPs in the chamber were able to join with the show Racism the Red Card campaign just outside the chamber in the garden lobby to show our support for combating racism in football. I'm proud to support that campaign, and just like there is no place for racism of any kind in Scottish sport, it should be equally as repulsive to us that there would be any homophobic prejudice towards the LGBT community in Scottish football. I would love to see the recommendations of the Equality Network's report and Stonewall's Rainbow Laces campaign to tackle anti-LGBT prejudice in sport gain similar traction amongst colleagues and the wider public. And I look forward to getting the opportunity later this year to support the campaign. So it's my hope that we'll also see football clubs and fans across the country using that opportunity to engage with and embrace this important campaign. And my colleague Mary Fee read an impressive list of football clubs, but there's many more names that could be added. In the evidence gathered by Stonewall Scotland about homophobia in sport, the most troubling and striking statistic to me was how negative experiences of sport for LGBT people can often start as early as their school years. Their evidence showed that 1 in 7 LGBT young people say they have experienced bullying during school sport, and almost 1 in 5 in school changing rooms. This is yet another worrying statistic, and it only underlines why it's so important that we ensure we get inclusive education in our schools. Many colleagues will have noticed in their way into the chamber this evening that the Tie campaign are in Parliament again, with an exhibition of their progress so far and the aim of signing even more MSPs up to the pledge. It's been a privilege to sponsor their time in Parliament this week, and I hope that many colleagues, as possible, will have the chance to speak to Jordan and Liam about their work. And I noticed on Twitter earlier that more MSPs have signed the pledge today, so it is really good that we have the Tie campaign with us in Parliament. It's only been a few months since I brought my own members' debate on the Tie campaign to the Scottish Parliament, and I'm pleased that the Scottish Government Working Group on Inclusive Education is continuing to make progress. As ever, I look forward to seeing the group's eventual outcomes and recommendations at its conclusion. We need to make inclusive education a reality in this Parliament so that we can eradicate homophobic attitudes in the next generation of young people who are growing up in Scotland today. Homophobia has no place in our society, and the route to tackling that begins with education. I'd just like to repeat my thanks to Mary Fee for bringing forward the debate. Mary mentioned at the start the importance of role models in sport, but in general. And I'd like to say, well, I have the chance because Kezia is sitting next to me. Kezia Dugdale, of course, was awarded Politician of the Year at the prestigious Icon Awards on Friday night. And I'd like to extend my congratulations to Kezia. And I'm sure other colleagues across the chamber will agree. Thank you.